Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party, and I didn't bring Red in because it is 7:53, and I actually have to start work in a couple minutes at 8 because I took a little bit of time off on Wednesday, and my boss said I could make it up, but I have to work a couple extra hours today to make that happen. So I figured, I just want to move the ball a little bit. The problem is that we added this delete functionality and it was all good, but unfortunately, as part of that whole process, we ended up breaking the one of the fundamental requirements, and that was that hey, when I change this size, I want this to reflow. But I realized, oh my gosh, if I'm working on it, actively working on something, I probably don't want it to reflow. So I wanted to give myself the power to turn reflowing off or reflowing on. But in the meantime, one of the other requirements is, hey, when I'm working on it and I've actually specifically placed something somewhere, I don't want it to reflow. I want it to stay where I put it. So that's just, I can just imagine the scenario where I'm like actively working on something and then I'm like, and I have everything set up kind of the way I want it. And then I go, wait, oh, what if I did something with this light? And I add a new one and it just reflows on me. And where everything I set up, that would be a bummer. So, anyways, we do know at this point, I believe that if I were to reset everything, it would. I basically want this the way it used to be, the way the code used to be in here. But that code is long gone. And one thing is, like, I had it working the way I wanted it, and then I created my end-to-end test to ensure that it worked the way I wanted it, and now it doesn't work the way I want it. It is so nice having the end-to-end test to know that, hey, when I think I'm done with this, I'll have a test that tests that it works the way I want it to work because I built that test while it was working the way I want it to work. Now, maybe there's something I didn't test, but we'll see. Anyways, I guess we do know that we're going to want to iterate over every visualization, and the visualizations get passed in here. Another thing, oh, we're actually already iterating. So we're in each one of them. So I guess. So the question is like, do we want to just sort of mutate what we have? Like the next available top is looking for something, but the next available top is going to be based on. I feel like I need to do something ahead of time. Maybe I need to check to see what the reflow is and then modify out here what's going on so that in here it works perfectly. Um, like maybe these would work right if I went into all the visualizations and reset everything to 0, 0, 0. Now that is a new scenario, right? Like, because in that scenario, like that's never happened before. We never had 10 visualizations just appear out of nowhere. Um, well, we did, I guess, when we were leaving and coming back, and then we got all that working, and then in this effort, we ended up getting it. That. So I'm gonna say try resetting all visualizations, all viz for reflow. And then I think basically if that is the case, then we want to kind of go back to, well, yeah, I think we want to go back to having this as an or. So if it's not menu placement or visualizations is turned on. Well, we could reset. Actually, yeah, maybe we don't even need that. Maybe because we could turn the manual placement off. So So that won't even ever happen if manual placement. And then console log. Okay. Log. Reset. Everything. And then, so let's just kind of make sure that that works the way we think it works. So I think by default I have it as always now. So let's see, network. Yeah, reset everything. And then add viz. See, when we add the add viz, we just, since it's a reflow is on, we just want to reset everything. So act like everything's brand new. Um, all right, I've got to go. Sorry for the short one, or maybe whatever. But happy Friday, everybody. Hang in there. Everything is, we are in the dog days of the summer. Bye. Happy coding.